Cup fever. Do you know I love the FA Cup so much? I am so passionate about the FA Cup. And do you know what I will not tolerate? Anyone who slanders the FA Cup. I try and be an all-encompassing, all-welcoming kind of guy. But do you know what I will not tolerate? Anyone who doesn't respect, adore and love the FA Cup. If you're the kind of person that says to me, I would rather finish in the top 4 than win the FA Cup, you and I cannot be friends. It's cool. I kind of get your opinion on some sort of superficial level and I do my best to respect it, but I will never truly understand you and I will never truly want to commit to any level of friendship with you. The FA Cup is glorious. The FA Cup is steeped in history and I love it so much. I am truly excited about Chelsea's game that is kicking off very soon. But before it does, we have to talk about the results that are already in. And if you weren't already a convert to this FA Cup, if you weren't already a convert to Cup fever, surely you are now. Boreham Wood have beaten AFC Wimbledon. What a moment. And I want to dedicate this one to my good mate, Jack Davis. Anyone who has watched any stuff that I've been on for the long haul, any of the Chelsea stuff that I've done, Jack Davis was a key component and he's from Boreham Wood. So he's at the game today. He is buzzing. But there's that game. Obviously, Kidderminster. What a moment. But the jewel in the crown. I just gutted that we weren't live on the kickoff. I would love to have been with Mr. True Geordie to watch this. I kind of want to text him, but I'm a little bit scared. I want to pop something in the group, but I'm a little bit scared because there's rules to this, aren't there? You can't text somebody in this circumstance. You can't do it. You can't kick them when they're this low. So I'll let it breathe for a bit. But this competition, there is nothing like it. The spirit of Ronnie Radford. Tim Bazaglo, who's aware of Olivia Bazaglo, her dad is an FA Cup legend. I just love it. Then you've got Ricky Villa, Roberto Di Matteo, Ryan Giggs, Charlie George and Trevor Sinclair. Trevor Sinclair scoring in this competition the greatest goal that has ever been scored. Nobody has scored a better goal in the history of football than Trevor Sinclair's at Loftus Road versus Barnsley. That is what this competition delivers for us. The Charlie George celebration at Wembley when he scored for Arsenal. Roberto Di Matteo breaking all sorts of records at the time. This is what it's about. But the game that we've got to focus on now, it's got to be the game at St James's Park, isn't it? It's unreal. Cambridge United have done it. Cambridge United have made history. And you know, when you think about moments in the past where huge upsets have happened, Wrexham beating Arsenal, Mickey Thomas, things like that, this is one of them. Cambridge United knocking Moneybags Newcastle out of the cup competition at St James's Park. At St James's Park. One of my mates, a Newcastle fan, he's at the game today, and he put a tweet up that made me laugh. It said something like, the Touts are back, Newcastle are back. There are. You couldn't get a ticket today at St James's Park. I think there was a true belief that Newcastle were going to get something out of this cup tie, and they need it. This isn't me suggesting that Newcastle aren't a club with huge prestige and a significant club teetering on being a huge club, teetering on being a big club. But they're not that at the moment. And one of the main reasons that they're not is they have a terrible record when it comes to accruing silverware. They literally can't do it. They haven't won a trophy since 1955. They won the league that year. Who won the league that year? Chelsea won the league that year. They won the cup. And look, they have a fairly rich history in the cup. They've won it 6 times. It's a lot to be proud of. But the times that they've won it in 1910, 1924, 1932, 1951, 1952, 1955. Proud era in the 50s there, Newcastle in the cup. But they need silverware now. No silverware since 1955, and they had a chance this year. They had a massive chance, and you can't ask for more than that. Playing Cambridge at home, it's the dream. It is the dream cup tie. You can't ask for more, and they've been knocked out. Joe Ironside giving Cambridge the victory. Ironside, you know, it's so poetic, isn't it? I think he's a Sheffield United fan, but I had him on a podcast earlier this week, and he was talking about his dream of playing in this stadium because his idol when he was growing up, despite being a Sheffield United fan, Alan Shearer. Got a picture of him with Shearer's name on his on the back of his shirt, and he has scored at the home of Alan Shearer, and that is why I love this trophy so much. Joe Ironside is effectively me and you. He's a bit better at football than us, but not to the level that we're used to. So Joe Ironside is just a guy who, you know, he's trying to make his way in the football world, and he has done something like this, and it is It is just amazing. And weirdly, Cambridge, look, the goal came a bit against the run of play, but Cambridge were better. I think they were. And it doesn't bode well that the only person that we can blame for this really is Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe got it wrong. Eddie Howe chose to put a winger up front. That decision was obviously so wrong, and it shows how much work is needed. And do you think I'm right here? There's probably too much work is needed for Newcastle to be done in one window. I don't think they can fix it. Like Kieran Trippier played. What on earth must he be thinking? He's come from the Spanish champions, playing at Atletico Madrid. And he's just been knocked out of the FA Cup at home by Cambridge. It's unbelievable. But so many players were so average, and this is why this is going to be such a shock to Kieran Trippier. The transfer window is open. They need to make some signings. This isn't necessary. They didn't need to have to play somebody, the team that they played today. They didn't have to do it. You know, Longstaff and Ritchie are two massive concerns. They're talking about Longstaff potentially being coveted by certain clubs. Apparently Benitez was sniffing around him for Everton. Newcastle need to take that. Newcastle need to get anything they can, because he doesn't look... He's a shadow of the player that broke through. He's a shadow of the player that we thought he was going to be. And I just don't think Ritchie's particularly good. Playing at left back, he is going to be the weak link in that team. With Trippier on the other side, Ritchie will be targeted. It's a little bit like Chelsea with Alonso. When you've got such a good right side, you know, generally speaking, you've got Reece James there. The vulnerability is going to be Marcus Alonso, so that's what's going to be attacked. So it's going to accentuate his failings, and that's what's happening to Ritchie all the time. But I don't know what's going to happen with Longstaff. I mean, he looked a player under Benitez, didn't he? But the fact that Benitez has gone, you lose the structure, seems to certainly have derailed him. So we will have to see there. But this one is on Eddie Howe. Playing a winger up front, what on earth is he doing? And I think people will be saying Newcastle's season will not be defined by the FA Cup. Newcastle do not need to progress in the FA Cup, but I completely disagree with that. I completely disagree. For the aspirations that Newcastle have, they need to... It's not about do they need to win the FA Cup, but a cup run is a beautiful thing. I remember when Chelsea hadn't won a trophy for 26 years. We went on a cup run. We went on a couple. We ended up being knocked out by Manchester United at Villa Park, 95. David Beckham scored. Craig Burley did a ridiculous karate kick at Villa Park, and David Beckham scored. They beat us 2-1. Mark Hughes had scored for Chelsea, put us 1-0 up. See how you remember the cup? How can anyone not love this competition? I was a kid and I remember it so well. We didn't win the cup that year, but we went on a run, and then we won it a couple of years later. You learn how to win. We got to a final in 94. You start knocking on the door. Winning is a curve. It's a learning curve. And Newcastle could have gone on a cup run, get to the quarterfinal, get knocked out, fine. You don't win it, but you've had a cup run that has been joyful for fans, loads of experience for the players. And instead of that, they've got knocked out in the most pitiful way possible, taking nothing away from Cambridge United. The day belongs to you. And Boreham Wood, viva la Jack Davis. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like. If you love the FA Cup, give it a like. Click subscribe, and I will see you all very soon. Until I do, though, remember, go easy, step lightly, stay free.